more expectations are coming in your way. A lot of things today should happen from IPE's portal. And once again, let me also tell you, and they were also very impressed. I was actually telling them in the morning, do you know that the school that you're going to go to is one of those very big campuses? Was it good when you came in?
Yes, beautiful.
It was kind of overwhelming. It's an amazing thing, and personally for me, I can share this with you, Nick and Dave, is that I have seen their school in Usmania University. Good school, good campus, but crammed with a lot of space constraints, plus it's not haphazard and so many things. It's not very professional. If you come and see this is truly the world-class campus, as you can see, which means you have already arrived, quote unquote, okay? But from here, the minute you arrive, do you know what happens? That becomes your threshold. From the threshold you have to move forward. Now, that's a difficult thing. Moving from where you have reached, that becomes a benchmark. So your benchmark has now become higher. Obviously, the expectation is also higher. I think we really have to do a lot more of introspection, a lot of discussions, a lot of people like this should be sitting here, and a lot more of products should come in here, and obviously, I would say that international accreditation. That has to be there. If international accreditation is going to come in, by itself it will bring a lot of other indirect benefits. We just concluded a 2-day international accreditation program in Delhi, where all the top international accreditation agencies, including the one which I suggested to you here, had come. And it was a very interesting, very, very involved, very serious kind of workshop. And in fact, I'm going to share the workshop proceedings, a bulk of it recorded, which I will share it with all of you. I think there is a lot to learn. A lot of people have said lots of things, setting directions for schools like this, which has already done a lot. So I expect that a lot of more interesting things are going to happen. And today's program, which we will have in the afternoon, would really help us to set the direction, because almost all of you here have very seasoned faculty, which means when you say seasoned faculty, you are also seasoned leaders. And we are also going to have a matching set of people who are coming from outside, and we are going to have a few more good intending students who are going to be sitting there. So I think all of us would benefit a lot from you, Debbie, and Nick. So I think this is the perspective that I want to bring in. Thank you.
I'm very impressed with your school. Not just the buildings and the beauty of it, but the people. We've been very warmly welcomed, and you've shared a lot of information. Mr. Raman is really pushing to the next step, and that's what we see in businesses, that's what we see in education, and as leaders, that's what we always have to strive for, is that next step. I remember having a leader one time tell me he had hoped when he came into the organization, he had all these plans, he was going to make a lot of changes, and then he was going to sit back and enjoy the organization. And it didn't last long, because as soon as he made all the changes and started to relax, he realized the world was changing around him, and he was actually going backwards. By staying the same, he was actually losing ground. And so I think as leaders, we always have to be looking forward to what is the next step for us. If that's international accreditation, what benefits does it bring? It brings a lot. But then after that, what? And after that, what? So we always have to keep looking forward to build our organization. And it appears you are on that track, and you are doing quite well with it. So I applaud your efforts. Thank you for inviting us.
You really made it very short, but very sweet. Thank you.
I can make it short, maybe not sweet. Or not so sweet.
We are all prepared for tasting the bitter elements to come.
But let me just perhaps build on that a little bit. So firstly, again, thank you very much for the very guess just to build very briefly on some of the earlier comments about collaboration. I've just joined Peregrine quite recently, in the middle of August this year. Previously worked in higher education in the US and recently relocated back to Australia and worked in industry for a year. One of the key reasons that I joined Peregrine Academics is that, as Mr. Raman said, at the core of the organisation is really fundamentally not about making money, but about helping institutions, through the institutions, helping the students in terms of the quality of the education and the value that the education brings to those students. And that's been a key driver for me. So one of the things that we try very, very hard to do is that really not work with institutions as a supplier or a vendor, but generally work with them in a partnership capacity. And that's something that was really a huge factor in my decision to join the program. It's something that I've seen again and again over the short time I've been with them. So I think that plays very closely into the comment about the collaboration side of things, because I think there is so much to bring from the different parties in any relationship, and that's the way we like to work going forward. So I look forward to working with you further.
Thank you.
Of course, after the leaders have chosen to be brief, I can't go on blah blah blah. But of course, I'm glad Professor Raman led the way, and of course, there is more of it to come in the afternoon. But I think we have an exciting session to look forward to from both of you, especially in the wake of another development which has happened is Deborah's book on leadership has been released just 2 days back. So I think that's a very good.
We are
Glad to
pleased
that.
to have put it forth here from India first.
Yeah, in
Launchpad
fact-
was India. We are glad to hear that.
It was really
This is
And of
something
course-
that we feel very proud of because
Yeah.
India has produced this for you. So this is very nice.
Of course, we have, for example, our leader, Professor Mishra, who has his own style of leadership, but then, that's what leaders are meant to be. They need not copy each other, but then they have to go along with the firm beliefs and convictions they have. Of course, the little of what I have known about leadership, basically I think is 2 or 3 things which make leaders to stand out. But I thought that leadership should basically focus on 3 things. Number 1, how do you make the enterprise resilient in tough times? I think that is the foremost quality of a leader, because normal times anybody can run the show, etc. But when it comes to turbulent times, especially of what we have seen after the Great Recession, still the economies are grappling with the realities of the economics and business world. So that is one thing. Number 2, of course, is they have to keep innovating on the business model which they frame for the organization, which has to keep in mind perhaps the overall picture, of all the stakeholders, as we know, the society onwards, then of course the employees, the stakeholders in the business, etc. And the third thing, of course, is that a leader is one who takes all the people along with him so that it gets results quicker. This is what little I know of leadership, but I think let me not talk about it once. But we should thank you for having chosen to come to IPE. Thanks to Professor Raman, and our director, of course, was quite receptive to that suggestion, and here we are today. So we look forward to the afternoon session. I think on behalf of all the faculty here, let me express my gratitude to you all. Thank you very much.
Taking the news, I think. Could you please just introduce yourself?
Well, I am Professor Sai Kumar, faculty in the area of information technology and currently the Dean Academics.
I am Dr. Srinivas Murthy, faculty in the area of finance, deputy dean and head placements.
My name is Anand Nakundi. I have a doctoral degree in social anthropology. I teach communications here, and I also do social science research as part of management institutions, social sector programs.
I'm Dr. Rajiv Karareddy. I teach personality development and French language.
French language.
Ankit Ratnam, postgraduate in production engineering. My specializations are basically operations management, project management.
I'm Anil Kumar. I'm a fellow member of the Institute of Company Secretaries. I teach business laws and human resources.
I'm Karthik and I teach international business and I also take care of a 2-year full-time program, PGDM International.
I'm Kalyan Kumar, faculty in information technology.
My name is Sridhar Raj. I work in the area of public governance and performance management in government. I teach general management and HRM in institute.
My name is Prasanna. I am a faculty in information technology and I will look after entire IT administration.
I am Dr. Vidyanath. I am a faculty in finance.
I am Rakesh Farindra, faculty IT. I am teaching relation database management system.
I am Dr. Jagan Mohan Reddy, a senior faculty in HR.
I am Dr. Anant Kumar, faculty in the area of marketing and quantitative technique. I am taking care of information center.
I am Dr. Usha Nore. I am a faculty in economics division.
Hello, I am Mahesh. I teach in the area of marketing and retail management.
I am Karuna, faculty in marketing management.
I am Dr. Lakshmi, faculty in economics.
I am Dr. Sheetal Junanwala. I am a faculty in the area of finance and I had the Center for Corporate Governance over here. And I just completed an International Visitors Leadership Program which was sponsored by the US government. So I got leadership, I will just mention that.
I'm Kiran Mai. I'm in the area of finance and I'm looking after a 2-year program on banking, insurance and finance.
Hello, I'm Shlagna and I am a faculty in the area of HR as well as CSR.
I'm Sanja. I hold a doctorate in economics and I teach economics here. In addition, I'm also holding an administrative responsibility for admissions of this institution.
I'm Pratna and I'm a faculty in the area of marketing and hold a PhD in marketing.
I'm Dr. Srikant. I'm faculty of marketing. We met Hemnath Rao. I coordinate the post-experience management development programs here. My area of interest is strategy and leadership. Nice meeting.
Of course, you have known me, but the darker side of mine I'll reveal to you now. Here at the Institution of Public Enterprise, where I was fortunate to join, it's being a big institution, of course. And I basically look after as advisor for the PGDM International Business Program, which is one of the PGDM programs I was talking to you about in the morning. My colleague Dr. Karthik, of course, is the coordinator. And apart from that, director has put me also in charge of the curriculum redesign committee. We revamp the curriculum on and off, in tune with what the times require, how to make this correct. And of course, the accreditation programs also, I and my colleague Prasanna, we steer the thing, but it's all a teamwork. All my colleagues join in on that, and then we had recently obtained the SATS, South Asia Quality Standards accreditation, and now we are going on to another program for international. Thank you.
There are many colleagues, they are in classrooms, some of them are in the research stream visits, there are others who are doing the consulting assignments, but they are not here. My name is Arik Mishra, and I assist my
Amazing. See, one of the most impressive things that every time I meet all of your colleagues is that so many of you say that I'm a doctor, doctor, doctor. This is what I want to hear. You know, I mean, all my rating ranking, I've been to more than 1,000 business schools, and many of them many times over. Okay, in Business India magazine, and I can tell you that it always so painful for me to hear in a faculty grouping. I might have possibly, participated in total number of faculty, possibly I would have met is more than 100,000. And I can tell you, it's terrible to hear. They just look. I mean, you sit around the table, and then I keep, wanting to hear the doctor doesn't come. 2, 3, maybe 4. That's the average, and that's terrible. And we keep on saying that, where is the doctor? And now, in fact, interestingly, I mean, No, something else I want to say. See, this is real doctors. But today, unfortunately, the other way also it's happening. There's a huge capacity that has been created for PhD. Suddenly. Okay? Last 3-4 years, maybe suddenly. And there is some or the other, I don't know whether intentional or otherwise, there is no quality check of what kind of PhDs these guys are producing. There is a quantity check. There is also a system by saying 6 months you have to have, coursework and so on. These 6 months actually they are teaching free. Okay, that's what happens, and it's really terrible. And then have you ever heard PhDs being charged? In fact, it's the other way around, right? When you do PhD, you get fellowship. But we have PhD program today where you pay the fee for getting your PhD. That's quite a serious and disturbing thing. Anyway, we have to do something about it.
Well, friends, very good afternoon. Let me thank my colleague. Yes.
Propose a vote of thanks.
Share your thoughts.
Friends, on behalf of all of you, I'd like to thank Meek, Deborah, and Raman, who was also very kind last time to give us an overview of what it takes to get universal accreditation. We are really looking forward to your valuable inputs this afternoon on leadership.